For today, I'll be talking about passive income essentials. And it's really all about building wealth while you sleep. Mas masarap kumikita ng pera nang hindi nagtatrabaho. And yan yung pinaka-topic natin for today. My name is Fitz Villafuerte and I'm a registered financial planner. I'm also an entrepreneur and a content creator. And something about me, kakagaling ko lang sa sakit. Kaya medyo paos ang boses at expect nyo na pipiyok ako during this presentation. So I'm really sorry. Hopefully hindi naman ako maubo, but I will do my best to speak as clearly as possible. Ano nga ba ang passive income? If you're not yet familiar, there are mainly two types of income, which is active income and yung topic natin for today, which is passive income. Pag sinabi natin active income, this is you working for the money. Pag nagtatrabaho ka, kumikita ka ng pera, ikaw yung nagtatrabaho. But passive income, it is money working for you. Yung pera mo, kumikita para sa'yo. So again, our topic for today is all about passive income. If you will ask me, ano ba yung mga sources of passive income ko, I mainly have three. Number one would be my different businesses. I have several businesses who run on their own. I have online and offline businesses. So that's a source of passive income for me. I also have investments. I have dividend stocks. I also have Pag-ibig MP2. That's also an investment that gives me passive income through dividends. And lastly, I have my online content. As a content creator, I earn money from advertisers, and as a source of passive income, for example, sa YouTube channel, merong Google AdSense na as long as people watch my videos and watch the ads at hindi sila nagsiskip ng ads, then I earn passive income from that. When it comes to success stories, financial success stories, we often hear about the end result that they have. Very inspirational yung mga success stories na yon, but what I do notice is that itong mga success stories na to, they leave out so many important details and lessons from their journey. Pag sinabi mo na naging successful yung business ko kasi I put in a lot of hard work, etc., madaling sabihin yon, pero you as the receiver of the story, as the one who is listening, hindi mo masyadong nai-imagine kung gaano ba talaga kahirap yung pinagdaanan, di ba? If you just read an article in the magazine or you just watch a 5-minute video online about the success story of a person, it's really hard to comprehend yung amount of time and energy and effort and even yung struggles nila to make that business successful. And why am I saying this? Because a lot of people get obsessed with passive income because they have this impression that it is easy to build. May mga nagsasabi na, yung sa YouTube channel ko, kumikita ako dyan ng 100,000 pesos a month. And I've seen friends and other people who start their YouTube channel hoping na lumaki din yung kanilang subscription at mag-earn din sila ng 100,000 pesos a month as passive income. But 99% of them, after 3-4 months, they quit because they were not ready dun sa hard work that it entails to build passive income and to be successful as a content creator. Building and growing passive income is not easy and it is not for the lazy. Kung tamad ka magtrabaho, mahihirapan ka mag-build ng passive income. Sasabihin ko na sa inyo yan. I often hear the words na gusto ko ng passive income kasi pagod na ako magtrabaho. If this is your reason for wanting passive income, then you will probably fail with your efforts. And this is the wrong reason. The reality is, passive income is not for those who doesn't want to work hard. It's for those who understand that you cannot work forever. So ang tamang mindset is, gagawa ako ng passive income habang kaya ko pa magtrabaho. You accept the fact that down the line, in the future, baka hindi mo na kaya magtrabaho or dumating yung point na tinatamad ka na magtrabaho. So, if that point comes, meron ka ng passive income. But right now, habang inspired ka pa, motivated ka pa magtrabaho, dapat pinag-iisipan mo na paano ba ako magbi-build ng passive income. Again, that's one of the misconceptions or the mistakes that I see with people. Pag malakas pa sila, masipag pa sila, marami pa silang energy, puro active income yung ginagawa. Kasi sinasabi nila, ay meron namang passive income kapag medyo napapagod na ako, I'll just invest, I'll just start a business para mag-earn ng passive income. But I think dapat ini-schedule mo siya sa routine mo na Monday to Friday, you're going to work in your job, you're going to earn active income, but during the weekends or during your free time, you plan on how to build your passive income because it is not easy and it requires hard work. So, the right mindset, the right attitude, ang tamang behavior is gusto mo ng passive income kasi meron kang time and energy na gustong i-invest para ma-build yon. When it comes to the two types of income, mas popular yung active and passive income, but there is another term for these two that I like or I prefer. Yung active income that is also called linear income. Meanwhile, yung passive income, it can be translated to residual income. And I believe that this is a more accurate description of the two types of income. And let me explain how this works. Linear income versus residual income. When we say linear income, linya lang siya. It's another term that people often use to refer to active income, meaning you work once and you earn once. Pumasok ka ngayong araw na to, sumweldo ka for this day. Kung hindi ka papasok, wala kang kikitain. That's linear income. The second type of income, which is residual income, it's what people sometimes refer to as semi-passive income. Okay? Semi-passive income. Meaning you work once, but you can earn multiple times. For example, kung ikaw ay composer, meron kang talent at nakakapagsulat ka ng mga kanta, you can work once, compose the song, and then you can earn multiple times from that song. Kapag merong singer or artist na binili yung kanta mo, that's just your first income from that. Pero pag may ibang artist na gusto gumawa ng sarili ng version or cover nung kanta mo, they still pay you. If an artist wants to sing your song during a concert, they also pay you. So, if your song is uploaded on the streaming sites, you earn money from that also as the composer and the producer of the song. And working once, again, it requires hard work, but if you invest in the time and energy to create something that can earn residual income, your profits can virtually last forever. Many good sources of passive income actually start out as semi-passive. May mga sources of passive income na instant. But these sources of passive income, believe me, ang liit ng kita. If you want passive income na malaki, ang hahanapin mo dapat ay yung semi-passive income muna. Residual income is the real key to building lasting passive income. So, shift your focus away from pure passive income and give more thought and energy towards finding and building residual income. Ano ba yung mga sources of residual income na pwede mong simulan? Because itong mga sources of residual income, yan yung later on nagtra-transform into passive income. Ano ba ang anatomy ng residual income? How does it really work? So I will tell you ano ba yung structure on how you can build residual income. The first principle that you need to understand is that people spend on things that bring value to them. Kapag mahalaga ang isang bagay, binibili natin ito. So the value is where it all starts, and basically in the perspective of a business, it's the product or the service that you provide. So, for example, ikaw ay isang baker at gumawa ka ng brownies na masarap. Siyempre, you put in the hard work, pumili ka ng ingredients, nag-bake ka. If you want your product to stand out from the rest of the market, siyempre brownies yan. Anong pinagkaiba niyan? You also have to do some invention or put in some innovation para meron kang unique value proposition. And this way, you can be a viable choice sa iyong target market. Ako, as someone who loves to eat brownies and chocolate chip cookies, meron ako mga preferred stores na binibilhan kasi yun yung masarap para sa akin. And I can tell you that they probably put in the effort to make their product or their service unique. That's why I prefer them. So, this is the first phase wherein you really put in the hard work by creating a valuable product or a service. And now, you need to create a system that will deliver that value to your customers. So, nag-bake ka ng brownies, hindi yan bibilhin ng mga customers mo sa bahay mo. You have to decide paano ko to ibebenta. Dito papasok yung sistema, the system. So, formally, it's basically putting up your admin work and setting up your operations. But siguro for a home-based business, you can decide na I can just take in orders online. Ibebenta ko siya online. So that's the simplest system that you can do if you want to sell your brownies. But that is still hard work kasi magbebenta ka online, maglalako ka. And itong system na to, although it is very plain or it is very simple, that is where it all starts. The system creates and develops your business. And yung pagbebenta mo online, the hard work that you put in marketing, yung paglalako, may bibili, and you now have your first linear income na sale. Pero we want to put in or we want to build residual income. So, nag-bake ka, meron kang nagbenta ka online, may bumili, you have revenue. But how will this become residual income? Because the system you've already put in place, the next time na mag-bake ka, hindi mo na i-build yung system. It's already there. Ipapasok mo na lang siya ulit. Diba? So the business grows as you improve the system. And yung system, you have to put in hard work para ma-automate siya and ma-duplicate mo yung mga parts na ikaw yung nagtatrabaho. So you need to run and iterate the system until it can run on its own. So dun sa example natin, pwedeng yung kinikita mo dun sa pagbibake, pwede kang mag-hire ng isang tao na siya na yung magbebenta sa online. Let's just say you sell on Facebook, then itong person na i-hire mo, siya yung gagawa ng Facebook ads, siya yung sasagot sa mga inquiries, siya yung magti-take down ng orders, and siya yung mag-ship ng mga items, ng mga brownies. So, there's hard work in setting that system up, but on your part, it will come to a point na ang ginagawa mo, nagbe-bake ka na lang. Diba? However, you can still further iterate the system and pwedeng umabot sa point na mag-hire ka na rin ng baker. So, after training them, virtually, it's already a self-sustaining machine na yung baker mo yung gagawa ng produkto, yung social media marketer mo ang magbebenta, and you will now start earning passive income. Kahit na hindi ka na mag-bake, kahit hindi ka na mag-online, kikita ka. So, that is basically the beauty of starting with something that is semi-passive and then developing it to become a source of passive income. With enough work, the business will eventually run on its own and it will now become passive income. At yan yung passive income na malaki. Yan yung passive income na gusto natin. So let's look at some examples para mas klaro yung gusto kong lesson na ihatid sa inyo. Let's take Stephen King at yung mga novels niya. The value that he created is writing the novels na ang gaganda ng mga stories. And sa niya pinasok yung system. Fortunately, there's already the book publishing and distribution industry. So there's the printing and distribution system. Binigay niya doon sa publisher niya, ito may sinulat akong libro, kayo na ang bahala dyan. I can imagine that's what Stephen King does. O yan na, pag-usapan natin kung paano siya i-improve. But once you have your approved copy, the publisher and the distributor does all the work, does the rest of the work. And si Stephen King, sitting pretty na lang siya, magre-receive na lang siya ng mga royalties and mga franchise deals kapag gustong gawing TV series, gustong gawing magkaroon ng movie adaptation, yung kanyang mga novels, he earns passive income from that also. So, this is one example. Another example sa McDonald's, si Ray Kroc. The value that Ray Kroc saw is yung production system ng McDonald Brothers. So, nakita niya dun sa first McDonald branch na ang efficient naman nung pagsiserve nitong McDonald Brothers dun sa mga customers niya. McDonald's doesn't even have the best burgers, but they are the most efficient at delivering those food. Kaya siya one of the leaders when it comes to the fast food service industry. So, ang ginawa niya, dinevelop niya yung franchising system. Ray Kroc or McDonald's are not even the inventor of the franchise business model, but it already exists during that time at sinabi niya na ipasok natin itong ginagawa ninyo sa franchise system and model. So, ang ginawa ni McDonald's, I'm sure maraming mga ibang mga tao na gusto rin magkaroon ng sarili nilang business. I-offer natin sa kanya yung convenience na they just need to get a franchise and that business will run on its own and they will make money. So, they created a system within a system and they earn from franchise, from supplies, and rental income. So, medyo meta yung ginawa ni Ray Kroc and McDonald's. So, they were selling a system. They had a system to sell the system. But in any case, it is still the same and I hope you are able to grasp yung importance of having a good system to create passive income for you. And I will definitely have more examples in a while. Ito personal experience ko as a content creator and yung ginawa ko na Ready to Be Rich network. I started as a blogger, nagsusulat lang ako, but now I consider it as a content network dahil meron tayong videos, may may podcast tayo, may mga social media accounts tayo that we try to create educational content for. So, the value that I'm trying to deliver is yung educational personal finance content. Marami akong followers sa TikTok. Inggit na inggit sa akin yung mga pamangking ko. And yung mga pamangking ko, what they do sa TikTok is they do the dance trends. But I tell them, if you want more followers, you have to do something unique. You have to do something na people will find value in. And I think yun yung naging unfair advantage ko sa kanila because there's only a few of us who create educational financial content on TikTok. That's why I gained those followers. So, I created educational content. Pinasok ko yung educational content ko sa online marketing, which is basically social media, and an ad network system. One example of this is yung podcast ko. I create podcast episodes. And how do I earn from that? I earn from advertising. Pero, hindi na ako naghahanap ng advertiser. Pinasok ko siya sa Podcast Network Asia at meron ng mga tao, may mga sales agent sa PNA, Podcast Network Asia, na naghahanap ng advertisers na magpi-place dun sa podcast ko. It's the same with my YouTube channel. Of course, there's Google AdSense. I don't have to find advertisers anymore. I just focus on creating content. And I earn not just from advertising, but also from syndication income. There are organizations who will buy the content that I've written. May mga blog post ako na binibili ng mga ibang magazines and I sell it to them. I give them the copyright already because I believe that I can just create another article with the same topic but with a different approach. So this is the reason why I love being a content creator kasi it is a source of passive income for me, especially yung mga advertising. And Google AdSense has really been the best source of passive income for me. But it didn't come instantly. I've spent many years creating content, being consistent with it until it came to a point na kahit na hindi na ako mag-create ng bagong content, may mga pumapasok pa rin sa akin na income because of the system, because of the Google AdSense ad network system. So I will tell you these sources of passive income and let me show you why you need to work hard to make it successful as well. Ang pinakasimpleng source of passive income is interest income. Mag-open ka lang ng savings account, meron kang passive income in the form of interest. There's very little effort needed. Walang kailangan skills. And ang capital mo dyan is whatever amount you can save. However, napakaliit ng kita. So I want to show you the correlation. Kapag hindi kailangan ng malaking effort, napakaliit din nung kikitain mo na passive income. Rental income. Meron kang real estate property. Admittedly, malaking effort yung kailangan mo dyan. Yung paghahanap pa lang ng magandang property, pag-aasikaso ng property loan, pagre-renovate nung property, paghahanap ng tenant, moderate to high ang effort mo dyan. And you need to learn the skills of property management. Mataas ang capital na kailangan mo. However, ang payoff niyan, very good to excellent income potential. Passive income yan in the future. Moderate to high effort equals good to excellent passive income. Meron akong computer shop dati and yung landlady ko doon, very kind couple, lagi silang wala. Bakit? Nagta-travel sila. They actually own 8 commercial spaces and yung monthly income na nare-receive nila doon, kulang-kulang mga 150,000 a month. And that's why they just spend most of their time traveling. Meron na silang mga caretakers, may mga property managers na sila, etc. And I'm very sure it took them several years before they reached that point na pure passive income na yung kinikita nila from the rental income. Portfolio income. So when I say portfolio income, these are paper assets like stocks, bonds, etc. Mutual funds. Very little ang effort na kailangan kasi maglalagay ka lang ng pera. However, kailangan mo ng knowledge about the financial market. And fortunately, you only need capital with which is whatever amount you can invest. The income potential is low at the start, but it increases over time. So the longer that you are invested, the more money that you invest, the higher the income potential. If you invest in dividend-paying assets, then definitely yung dividends, if you reinvest it back, it will compound and it will give you a significant amount of passive income in the future. Which means, kahit na very little effort siya, it requires knowledge of the financial markets plus patience. And ito yung nakikita ko na kung saan nagsastruggle ang karamihan ng tao. Gusto nila, pag nag-invest sila, malaki na kagad yung kita. You have to wait. You have to wait several years before you can earn good passive income from paper assets. Kasi yung nakikita na lang nila, yung stock investments ko, yun na yung bumubuhay sa akin. It took several years before you can say that. But minsan kasi nadidisillusion tayo pag may naririnig tayong success story na ganun yung nangyari. So, again, if you want to earn big or a significant amount of passive income from your portfolio, from your paper assets, part dyan yung patience. You have to be invested for many years to become successful. Royalty income or intellectual property, again, you need a lot of effort. Kailangan marunong ka magsulat, maimbento ka, or meron kang nakompose sa kanta, etc. Because it is you creating something out of nothing. You need artistic, technical, and marketing skills. And ang maganda dyan, you usually just need low to moderate capital, but it is a good and excellent source of passive income. Again, good passive income requires hard work. Dividend income, which is basically saying na pag nag-put up ka ng business, again, a lot of effort is needed. You need to learn entrepreneurial skills. The capital will vary depending on the scale, but it will give you good to excellent source of passive income. Maraming forms to. Pwede itong online store, e-commerce store, or pwedeng brick and mortar na store. But it will require a lot of hard work at the start before you can automate the whole business and that residual income becomes passive income. Another interesting source of passive income will be affiliate marketing or affiliate marketing kapag online, pag in real life, it's multi-level marketing. The effort required is a lot, but it becomes less over time. So umpisa, sobrang hirap niyan, sobrang kukuha ng oras mo. But as you build your team, kapag marami ka ng mga members ng team mo, I don't want to say downline kasi medyo allergic yung mga tao sa multi-level marketing, but I've seen a lot of network marketing people na they are earning a lot or good passive income, but it took them 5-6 years of building a good and efficient team to reach that level. So you need sales and marketing skills, low to moderate ang capital, but it can be an excellent source of passive income if executed very well. So again, a lot of effort is needed to earn excellent passive income. The importance of focus. Merong nagsabi na ang ibig sabihin ng focus is follow one course until successful. I've given you a lot of options on how to build passive income, and I would advise you to just work on one opportunity at a time. So your efforts won't be diluted and results can come faster. Kung gusto mo mag-YouTube channel ka lang muna. Huwag ka muna mag-pursue ng ibang opportunity. Kung gusto mo magtayo ng home-based business, mag-home-based business ka muna. Huwag mo muna isipin yung content creation. May mga ganyan kasi akong na-meet, no? Gusto mag-focus sa investing sa mga dividend-paying stocks, pag-aaralan niya yung financial markets, pero on the side, nagtatayo din siya ng side hustle business. So, nadadilute yung effort, mas tumatagal yung progress. I usually tell people that I'm a serial entrepreneur. Yes, I have several businesses, but I built those businesses one at a time. Maski yung content creation ko, I built my channels one at a time also. Yung TikTok account ko, that was my pandemic project. And when I was able to reach 100,000 followers, sabi ko, okay na to. Yan. That's when I started my podcast, and that's when I started building that. So isa-isa lang. Follow one course until successful. So, what are the takeaways? It's important to build passive income because we cannot work forever. There will come a point that you need to slow down. And before that happens, you have to take the time to build your passive income. The best earning and most lasting sources of passive income usually start as residual income. So, ang focus nyo dapat ay residual income, which means creating something of value and creating a system that will continuously and consistently deliver that value to your target market up until to the point that you are able to automate the whole system, duplicate yourself in the system, and you can just sit back, relax, and watch the system run on its own while you earn passive income. Work hard on running and improving the system that runs your business so that your residual income can become passive income. And that's what I wanted to share with you this afternoon. Thank you very much. And I hope ay bisitahin nyo yung aking content network. So, it's all in readytoberich.com. It's just a portal, yung readytoberich.com. Nandyan yung link papunta sa blog ko, sa YouTube channel, sa Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and a way for you to also contact me via email.